We have an exciting guest from a galaxy far, far away. She's back as Rey in Star Wars: The Last Jedi, the most anticipated blockbuster of the year. Please welcome Daisy Ridley. It's like you dreamed that way? Dry ice?
That was always my dream, to come out in a load of dry ice. Well, and now my dreams have come true.
There you go. I bet a lot of your dreams are coming true with everything that's happening, and well deserved with you as talented as you are.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, everybody's all excited.
Yes.
But we hear your dad's more of a Trekkie.
Oh my
What?
God. Yes.
What's this?
Yeah, no, he's a big supporter of me.
Okay.
He wasn't always like a Star Warsy person. Obviously, he watches it because I'm in it. But he talks about when the adverts are mainly me. He's like, that's the Papa edit. And otherwise, he's like, you know, I can do with that.
And also, on the set of The Force Awakens, you learned how to drive back then.
Well, yeah, I did my theory test for driving, and I was driving around in a buggy a lot of the time, which actually was illegal too. Maybe I shouldn't say that. They kept telling me to stop, and I was like, yeah.
I'm enjoying this. Yeah. But what did you learn this time around on set? Any new skills? Any
new skills? I think I'm more proficient with a lightsaber. I'd say that's a good,
yeah. Good man.
Ooh, look at that.
Nice.
That seems like a little teaser right there.
You know, it was because I never really trained before the first one, and then the second one I was training for like the year that I was sort of off. So I had more, what's the word? Stamina. Yeah. Stamina. And I felt pretty strong. Yeah.
And you have an important relationship with Mark Hamill and a really cool friendship with him. Tell us a little bit about that.
It was wonderful because obviously I was very lucky to be able to work with Harrison and Carrie. And when Mark and I worked together the first time, I was really sick, like really sick. So that day I was just like, trying to get through it. And then we'd had time, we went for dinner, I went for dinner with his family, and then we had time for rehearsals and was shooting with him a lot, which was really amazing.
And your dad had no clue who he was?
No, my dad said, who do you play then?
Oh no!
But I don't know if he was joking or not, but it was because it was only us in Ireland. And I was like, who is here, Dad? Who is in the shot? It's Rey and Luke Skywalker. Yeah,
it's cool.
Let's look ahead a little bit, if you can.
Yes.
Any chance that Rey goes to the dark side?
Ooh. George, that's a great question. I love that. You're pretty good at this thing.
Do you know, I think the thing about this film is it's not so... The lines are less clear as to, like, good and bad.
Yeah.
Rey is trying to find out about herself and about the universe, and those questions don't entirely fall to the good, nor do they entirely fall to the bad. She's trying to do her own sort of personal growth, and I think what's amazing is the end of the film, however that does end, it's more rich. Because you can't, if it's always good, the outcome isn't as important as it might be if...
Yeah.
You know,
that's a great tease.
That's true.
Yeah.
A moment ago, you alluded to Carrie, of course, talking about Carrie Fisher.
Yes.
This is her final appearance that she made, and understand that before that she gave you pep talks before.
She was just really kind. I think Harrison, her, and Mark all very much lead by example. So it wasn't like a sit down of. This is what you need to do and this is how it's going to be. She was just always very kind. And the first one in the clip, you can see we were always dancing together. This one, we were always singing together. She's just lovely. She took good care of me,
And speaking of co-stars, Josh Gad, your co-star in Murder on the Orient Express, I heard he was always fishing for Star Wars spoilers.
Do you know, honestly, I didn't know he was a Star Wars fan. And then he was doing the videos. I was like, oh yeah, these are fun. And he was asking like quite specific things. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he came in with an ATAT t-shirt on, and I was like, there it is. There it is.
But he knew everything about the movies, but Judi Dench, you had to teach her quite a bit.
It was like there was some, we did a few with her, literally crying with laughter. Like I thought there's no way I'm going to get through it, because she was saying midi-chlor, like she didn't know what anything was, and she kept saying, how do I pronounce this?
Oh, that's
how do I pronounce? Because her grandson knew, but she just had no idea. It was brilliant.
Did you teach her how to speak Wookiee?
We didn't go that far. She put her scarf up, and no one told her to do that. We were like, you literally look like a Jedi Knight. Yeah. So we're campaigning to get her in episode 9.
Oh, that would be so great.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've heard the news over in your neck of the woods about a little engagement.
No.
Harry, of course,
Yes.
engaged now to Meghan Markle. What was it like having he and William on the set?
It was really funny. It was great because it was so surreal. It's surreal anyway, like taking people around a set that's sort of your home, because it's weird suddenly being the outsider, being like, oh, this, and then occasionally I'd be like, oh, that's the princess of England. But it was great. They're really, really nice. Also, really tall, which was the most surprising thing. Really tall. Yeah, they were lovely.
And big Star Wars fans?
Yeah.
Like they knew more than Judy?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it is. They're always fun to watch. But I hear you didn't like your performance in the first movie.
No.
Why? Everybody loved you.
What do you mean?
I don't know if it's ever nice watching yourself. Like, I liked the film. The film, I was like, great. But obviously, it's very weird. And we'd spent 6 months filming, and then it was like over a year later that it came out. So it's all these weird sort of memories, and then actually seeing the thing that you did. It's
Well, see, that's
really
what's great
odd.
about live. We never have to watch ourselves.
Yeah, yeah. But even this one, I watched it last week. Yeah.
Do you watch any of your movies?
Well, I watched Murder on the Orient Express at the premiere, and I was like, and then sort of, it takes a little while to process that. But that was nice too, because it was very much a group thing. And then I did see The Last Jedi a couple weeks ago. And again, I was like, I can't watch this. But
Surprised? Do you know everything? Because obviously you're not shooting all your scenes together.
I was more surprised with this one.
Wow.
Yeah, because there's a few storylines that are sort of coming together, and
Can you imagine a better tease than that? She was more surprised than anybody else.
Can't wait to see it.
You threw out about 3 or 4 great teasers.
and I didn't even know I was doing it, but hey-oh.
And my man bought his lightsaber back there. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
It is Star Wars, The Last Jedi. It hits theaters Friday, December 15th. Daisy, it's always great to have you. We appreciate you.